how to answer a problem question. Sebab yang ni yang akan penting, walau macam mana pun assessment tu saya terpaksa lah ikut cara you approach soalan ya. Cara you approach soalan. Lama. Saya terlupa nak charge bateri, harapnya di okey lah soalan bateri bateri nama benda lah ni pen. Sekejap. Okay. Now let's look at the question first. Kalau gitu kita tengok dulu soalan. I will share the question. Okay, mari kita share soalan. Okay, this will be the tutorial question. Yang kita akan tengok, I rasa nombor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tu I assume okay lah kot ya. Kalau ada masalah nanti you ask me ya, question 1 sampai 5. Sebab I takut nanti kalau kita dwell into that one, tapi sebenarnya tak ada isu pun, it's gonna take a lot of time. Tapi kalau you all ada masalah soalan 1 hingga 5, you let me know, okay? Alright, sebab saya nak hari ni kalau boleh kita buat at least 2 soalan, soalan nombor 10 dan at least 1 part of soalan nombor 11 ya. Nanti saya akan, you all punya test ya, test you akan cover 2 soalan, akan cover soalan 2 chapter ya, 2 topik, iaitu topik siapa namanya? Topik expert opinion, opinion evidence as well as character. Okay. So this is the question. Chow. Okay. Dah tengok dah soalan tu? Okay, dah tengok. Boleh jawab ke? Yang 4 tu.
Tengok doktor. Tapi macam tak boleh je.
Tak boleh jawab. Okay.
Kemurungan sekejap.
Sebab menjawab soalan tu dia kena ada teknik dia. Kalau tak dapat tu memang yelah, kalau tak reti jawab tu agak susah jugalah ya. Okay, now let's look at the question. You have Chow here is charged and convicted for reckless driving. Prosecution claimed that his reckless driving resulted in death of 7 people. Defense argued that Chow has been affected by epileptic fit that caused Chow to lose control of the car. Okay, to prove the case, prosecutor called Dr. Rani. Ini stage mana ni, Dr. Rani ni? Prosecution stage. So, kat prosecution stage, dia panggil Dr. Rani, a leading neurologist of 10 years standing, apart from having his own practice, dia juga whatsoever tu, okay. Lalu dalam testimoni dia, he give opinion that epileptic should be discouraged from driving. Yeah, and then it was one of the disorders which increased the risk of accidents. Lepas tu, in cross-examination by the defense counsel, the neurologist say that epileptic should only be allowed to drive in certain condition. They should be fit-free for at least 2 years or got fits only at night. Tetapi tidak ada reason given by Dr. Rani for the 2-year window period. Yeah. At the end of the prosecution stage, the court accepted the prosecution succeeded in proving the case, so defense is called. Itu standard apa tu? Kat situ standard apa evaluation by the court? Okay, sini prima. Okay, prima facie. Ya, prima facie. Okay, tadi dekat atas semua ialah prosecution stage. Okay, right. Okay, at the defense stage, Chow gave sworn evidence. He testified in a shaky voice that, okay, I firmly believe that I have been affected by epileptic fit. The fit must have made me lose control and whatnot. Okay, so the defense called Dr. Eddie, a private medical practitioner who has been treating Chow for the last 5 years. In cross-examination, dia kata he treated Chow for epilepsy fit was about 6 months ago. Tetapi on that particular day, he cannot conclusively say whether there was an attack or not. Yeah. Upon evaluation at the close of the defense stage, the court rejected Dr. Eddy's evidence and concluded that the defense of Chow was a mere denial. The court accepted the opinion of Dr. Rani, convicted Chow and sentenced him to 4 years in jail. Okay? So, you punya soalan ialah, Chow now wish to appeal. Yeah, Chow yang nak appeal against conviction, so you have to advise him on the possible ground of appeal. Right? So you have to advise him on the possible ground of appeal. So this is actually the question. Now, macam mana you nak approach soalan problem, you kena jawab, okay, ini adalah fakta dia, yang atas semua fakta dia, yang berlaku prosecution stage, okay, prima facie established at the prosecution stage, and then you have a defense stage. Lepas tu soalan kat bawah, you have to now advise on the grounds of appeal. Okay? Now, dekat sini you nampak ada berapa ground of appeal that possibly Chow boleh raise? Ada nampak beberapa?
Saya rasa satu kot sebabnya dia ada fit.
Okey, apa dia?
Maksudnya dia mengalami apa tu?
Sawan.
Fit attack
waktu
drive. So memang bukannya dia memandu secara
recklessness. Dia bukan pecuai. Dia bukan cuai, tapi maknanya dia suffer from epileptic fit lah. Okey, apa ground of appeal dia? Itu memanglah maknanya Chow kata bahawa dia sebenarnya tak bersalah. Dia kata bahawa dia sebenarnya tak sengaja. Dia tak ada, kalau kat situ elemen apa yang okey, nanti tak apa, kita tengok tu dulu. Now, okey. Sekarang ni ground of appeal dia apa? Memang Chow kata dia tak bersalah. Dia bawa kereta tapi at that time he claimed that he suffered from a fit, so dia tak sedar lah that incident. Right, that's what Chow was saying. Right? So apa ground of appeal? Ada tak dalam soalan ni yang nampak ada salah, error yang dibuat oleh judge?
Saya rasa ya, sebabnya sebab prosecution panggil Dr. Rani. Dr. Rani pun setuju yang kalau orang tu ada fit, memang dia tak ada central nervous system disorder tu, dia memang tak sesuai untuk memandu. And then so itulah saya pun sebenarnya tak faham kenapa prosecution tu panggil Dr. Rani. Seolah-olah macam Dr. Rani tu mengiyakan yang Chow tu ada fit.
Okey, sekarang dia tanya kat you. Siapa panggil Dr. Rani dekat court?
Prosecution.
Okey, prosecution panggil Dr. Rani dekat court. So dia adalah prosecution witness. Now, kenapa Dr. Rani panggil prosecution dekat court?
Maksudnya mungkin dia prosecution nak buktikan yang Chow tu tidaklah sakit. Dia memang firm kot. Memang dia sengaja memandu secara cuai.
So, facts and issue-nya ialah Chow was reckless. Betul? Right? Yeah. And therefore, by virtue of the recklessness, dia cause death.
Accident.
Yeah? Okay. So, dekat situ, recklessness adalah dia punya mens rea dia. Cause death tu adalah the actus reus dia. Ya, dia memandu secara cuai dan dia memang cuai. Okay? That is the actus reus and mens rea. So the reason why Dr. Rani panggil prosecutor adalah untuk reflect kepada what element? Elemen apa yang prosecutor nak cuba buktikan bila dipanggil Dr. Rani?
Maksudnya
reckless tu kot.
Chow tu fit, Chow tu sihat.
Recklessness. So maknanya Dr. Rani ni dia dipanggil oleh prosecution witness untuk membuktikan the element of recklessness, iaitu element of mens rea. Right? Because elemen yang you kena buktikan adalah actus reus dan mens rea. The mens rea yang dalam provision section 41 ni adalah element of recklessness. So Dr. Rani dipanggil oleh prosecution to prove that memanglah si siapa ni, Chow ni seorang yang reckless. Dia tahu dia sakit, kenapa dia drive?
Oh, macam tu.
Betul tak?
Okay.
Letak you di position prosecution.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Sebab what is Rani testifying? Rani beritahu bahawa you look at the evidence of Dr. Rani here. Dia kata kalau orang tu suffer from epileptic fit, right, he shouldn't be driving because this illness sangat berbahaya. They can cause accident, right? So kalau you nak drive, you kena at least fit free for 2 years ataupun you got fit only at night. That is Dr. Rani punya testimony, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Right? So maknanya the reason why prosecution panggil Dr. Rani untuk buktikan bahawa since you know that you are suffering from epileptic fit, kenapa kau memandu? The fact that you drive is actually showing that you are reckless. You get that? Okay. Faham Kita kena cuba always tanya bila kita tak kira lah dalam kes ni mungkin you tak deal lah dengan kes macam gini dekat court. Tapi kalau dalam kes-kes you all kena tanya, I nak panggil orang ni untuk apa? I panggil orang ni untuk apa? You all kena strategize. You all takkanlah buta-buta kan? Panggil sampai tak tahu sebab. Itu dah jadi pelik pula ya. So you panggil sesiapa, ya, mana-mana saksi, you bawa apa-apa bukti untuk buktikan elemen you dalam charge tu. So, you kena faham kenapa you panggil. Right? That is the strategy of the prosecution and strategy of the defense as well. You must always know why you call a witness. Sebab nanti bila proses examination in chief cross re-examination, you nak achieve apa yang you panggil. Sebab apa you panggil dia. You get that? So bila you baca soalan ni, alright, prosecution panggil Rani is actually to prove that there is mens rea. You get that? Now, okay, defense. Defense panggil siapa?
Dr. Eddie.
Okay, defense panggil Dr. Eddie. Of course lah defense panggil Chow testified. Court kata Chow hanya beri mere denial. Yeah, Dr. Eddie is the one who give evidence for Chow at the defense stage. So this one at the defense stage. Right? So this is defense witness. Get that? Okay, now tanya kepada Chow. Kenapa you panggil Eddie? Kenapa you panggil Eddie?
To prove that dia memang ada problem fit tadi tu lah. Seizure tadi, sawan tu.
Okay, kalau dia prove seizure, so
that macam
tak ada niat.
As a defense lah pada dia, bukan dia sengaja.
Okay.
Because of that medical condition menyebabkan that accident, not because of recklessness tadi.
Okay. Macam mana ayat tu dah nak betul tapi tak berapa nak betul. Okay. Sebab tadi Dr. Rani kata bahawa you tahu you sakit tapi you sakit tapi you tak fit free for 2 years since you maka you still reckless. Dekat sini you tengok ya Dr. Eddie memang dia elemennya adalah untuk negate mens rea. Dia nak negative mens rea. Nak kata bahawa dia tidak ada mens rea. Maknanya dia tidak reckless. Tapi macam mana ayat-ayat dia? Dr. Eddie beritahu dekat court yang Chow ni dah 6 bulan tak ada epileptic fit. Ya, dah 6 bulan dia tak kena attack. Sebab 6 bulan dah lama menunggu, dia tak drive. All this while dia tak drive. Dah 6 bulan dia tak ada suffering from epileptic fit. So dia drive lah. Maknanya, dia bukan reckless. Dia dah tunggu sampai 6 bulan. He has not suffered any seizure, any fit. Right? Cuma bila dia drive on that particular day, tiba-tiba dia suffer from epileptic fit. So it is something that is not due to his negligence. Sebab dia dah tunggu dah. You get that? Dia kena reflect kepada dia tak negligent. Tidak reckless. Bukan sebab dia sakit. Ya, dia sakit tu satu. Tapi elemen yang kita nak buktikan bahawa dia tidak cuai. You get that? So, so maknanya dia memang sakit. Okay? Tapi dia sudah bersabar. Dia tunggu 6 bulan. Dia tak ada attack pun selama 6 bulan. Cuma lepas 6 bulan tu, bila dia cuba drive, tiba-tiba dia kena attack. So it is something that is beyond my control. I dah patient dah. That is why he called Dr. Eddie. You get the picture?
Okay.
So emphasize on, you kena tengok emphasize dekat part mana. Sebab You nak kena sama ada buktikan actus reus ataupun negatekan actus reus. Sebab kat situ yang baru dia liability, dia liable atau tak liable. You get the picture? Nampak tak? Okay. So, Didif, sekejap. Ada tu. Okay. So, alright. So, you tengok kat situ. Now, dah tahu kenapa you panggil Dr. Rani, kenapa you panggil Dr. Eddie. Now, what will be your ground of appeal? Apa yang court buat?
The court terima yang Dr. Rani punya tu dan tolak Dr. Eddie.
Okay, court terima Dr. Rani, court tolak Dr. Eddie.
Ya. Yeah.
So, kat situ ada berapa ground of appeal?
Ada 2.
Okay, 2 ground of appeal. What will be the first one?
The trial judge tu macam made an error when he accept the evidence of Dr. Rani and disregard the opinion of Dr. Eddie.
Okay, so maknanya kat sini tengok dia terima evidence of Dr. Rani, dia reject the evidence of Dr. Eddie. So you have to consider yang dia punya error of law. Okay, now bila you jawab soalan macam gini, lupa pula nak buka tadi. Okay. Okay. Now, so for that question, I hope you all ada soalan tu dekat tepi ya. Jadi kita tak akan selalu buka soalan tu because I want to write down here. So, bila you jawab soalan, you have to start down with writing the facts and issue. Facts and issue apa? Dalam soalan ini?
Whether child can be appealed against the conviction of reckless driving contrary to section 41.
Okay, so facts and issue here, whether Chow is guilty for reckless driving. So, kat situ, whether Chow is guilty for reckless driving and whether he can remain guilty for reckless driving under section 41 sub 1. So, that is your facts in issue. Whether Chow can be guilty and remain guilty for reckless driving under section 41 sub 1. Okay? Itu you punya facts in issue. Now, facts in issue ni you mesti wajib tulis. Okay, you all wajib tulis untuk soalan masing-masing ya.
Okay.
Now, facts and issue you all wajib sebab ini adalah you punya charge. And Chow in this context dah convicted ke tak?
Dah convicted.
Okay, so he has been convicted. Maknanya, that's why whether he can be guilty and can remain to be guilty under 41 sub 1. Ya, maknanya boleh tak this ground of appeal successful or not? Ya, be successful or not. So that will be it. So dekat sini ada 2 possible ground of appeal. So Chow is now appealing. The first ground of appeal will be satu, whether the learned trial judge make an error of law and fact when he you tengok kat situ, number 1, when he rejected the opinion of Dr. Eddie. Okay, when he rejected the opinion of Dr. Eddie. So that will be the first ground of appeal. Whether the learned trial judge here made an error of law when he rejected the opinion of Dr. Eddie. Sebab dia tolak kan opinion of Dr. Eddie. So, and when he rejected the opinion of Dr. Eddie. So this will be the first ground of appeal and you can address. The second ground of appeal will be whether the learned trial judge made an error of law and fact when he accepted the opinion of Dr. Rani. Alright. So ada 2 ground of appeal here. Ya. Sebenarnya ada banyak ground of appeal tu, tapi kita letak untuk soalan ini 2 saja because you are dealing with expert opinion. Ya, opinion evidence. Okay. You letak ground of appeal, kemudian you jawab you punya area dia 1. Formula yang you pakai apa? You pakai formula IFLAC. This will be the formula yang you all tetap akan pakai dulu. Mungkin you all pakai ILAC kot dengan Dr. Mas. Saya tak tahu ya. Dengan saya you pakai IFLAC, issue, facts, law, application, conclusion. Ya. F tu refer kepada fakta, facts ya. Issue, facts, law, application, conclusion. Now in this question untuk soalan kita ni, right? Soalan kita ni ada 2 big issue. 2 final jawapan yang you kena jawab, iaitu ground of appeal dia. Kalau you tengok soalan tu dekat page last, ya, tengok dekat soalan masing-masing. Chow now wishes to appeal against the conviction, advise him on the possible ground of appeal. Ya. So, kalau you tengok ini adalah isu besar, iaitu ada 2 ground of appeal yang you ada identify, iaitu 1 dan 2. So now you have to, apa-apa jawapan you nanti, bila you jawab, bila you pakai formula IFLAC, the final conclusion ni mesti jawab isu you. Dia mesti jawab soalan, jawab isu you. Kalau you punya jawapan tu, you tengok ayat dia tak boleh nak jawab isu yang you sebut dekat sini 1 dan 2 ni, maka maknanya ada something wrong somewhere dengan cara you tulis. Right? Okay, now let's look at the first ground of appeal. Yeah, whether the learned trial judge here made an error of law when he rejected the evidence of Dr. Eddie. Okay, now let's look at here. So the first ground of appeal, so you ada 1 big ground of appeal, whether the learned trial judge made an error of law when he rejected the evidence of Dr. Eddie. Now, bila you discuss Dr. Eddie, ya, bila you discuss Dr. Eddie, number 1, first sub-issue yang pertama. Bila you ada Eddie, Dr. Eddie, bila you discuss issue IFLAC dalam criminal law, you identify you punya saksi. Siapa saksi you dalam first issue ini?
Eddie, Dr. Eddie.
Okay, you ada Dr. Eddie. So your sub-issue will be, the first one will be whether Dr. Eddie,
evidence,
yeah, Dr. Eddie's evidence
is
apa?
relevant. Is relevant and
admissible. Relevant and admissible. You kena discuss dahulu dia relevant atau tidak. Because this is prerequisite bila you jawab soalan evidence. Ini section mana require you to discuss Eddie? Relevancy of Eddie. Section mana? Dengan Dr. Mas, you belajar section mana ni? Yang menyebabkan wajib you discuss Dr. Eddie punya relevancy.
Tak lupa lah.
Agak-agaknya lah. Section yang paling penting sekali. Section?
Section 6.
Bukan 6. Section mana yang paling penting sekali?
5.
Section 5. Sekejap, macam mana saya boleh dengar suara saya balik? Okay. Alright. So, sebab apa you kena discuss relevancy and admissibility of Dr. Eddie? Because this is the requirement of Section 5. Section 5 mewajibkan kita discuss the relevancy and admissibility dulu. Selagi dia tak relevan, dia tak boleh discuss. Kalau dia tak relevan, tak ada kena mengena dengan fakta soalan. You faham tak? So, first issue whether Dr. Eddie's evidence relevant and admissible or not. So, that will be how you get it done. Now, fakta, facts. Apa dia Dr. Eddie punya testimony? Okay, facts refer kepada apa yang Dr. Eddie tell the court.
Should be fit-free for at least 2 years.
Dr. Eddie.
Dr. Eddie.
Chow to fit dari 6 bulan.
6 bulan.
Okay. Alright. Dr. Eddie akan beritahu bahawa Chow is my patient. Betul tak?
Yes.
Chow is
3,
my
4, 5 years.
Right? I have been treating him for the last 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, dia tak ada epileptic fit for the last 6 months. The last treatment I had of him will be last 6 months. Maknanya dia kalau sakit dia datang jumpa saya. So I had dia punya record. Rekod yang saya tak tengok daripada history dia ialah memang daripada dulu sampai sekarang dia memang selalu kerap ada epileptic fit. Tapi dia tidak ada epileptic fit for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So this is the evidence given by Chow pula, Dr. Eddie. Alright. Your law.
Yeah.
Bila Dr. Eddie beritahu dekat court, you nampak section mana? Dia examine Chow ke tak?
Dia
Ya.
Okay, dia examine Chow section
State of thing ke? Puan,
Sabar.
kan?
belum. Satu. Sub A dulu. Saya do the examination, saya nampak kawan ni sakit ke tak sakit. 60 sub 1 sub A. Betul? Alright. Dan dia beritahu condition, tadi section berapa? Condition? 7. State of thing. I tahu condition kesihatan dia. Right? So I have the evidence relating to the state of thing. The observation daripada saya punya examination, dia tidak ada sakit for the last 6 months. You get that? Okay. Now, will this be, okay, opinion ada tak kat situ? You rasa adakah Dr. Eddie ni memberi keterangan opinion?
Ada.
Adakah dia memberi keterangan fakta?
fakta ada yang 5 tahun dia merawat.
Okay. So you tengok kes Ku Hee Chiang kat situ. Ya, kes dia adalah kes Ku Hee Chiang. Right, Ku Hee Chiang kata, right, you got to see kalau dia adalah evidence of fact, then you tak boleh beri evidence of, you tak boleh guna section 45. Betul tak? Kalau dia beri evidence of opinion, then dia beri opinion bawah section 45. Now, kalau you tengok evidence of Dr. Eddie here, Dr. Eddie beri evidence of fact ke evidence of opinion?
Dr. Eddie of fact.
Of fact kan? Because Dr. Eddie kata, I yang analyse dia, I examine dia, 5 tahun saya examine dia. Bila dia attack, dia datang. Tapi I dah check dia, dia tak ada attack for the last 6 months. Will that be evidence of fact or evidence of opinion?
Of
Fact.
That will be evidence of fact. So this will be evidence of fact. Kalau dia evidence of fact, you belajar Ku Hee Chiang, can the court reject or not?
Tak boleh.
Betul tak? Kalau you all belajar dulu Ku Hee Chiang, can the court use discretion to reject evidence of fact?
Tak boleh.
No.
Tak boleh. So you buat application. Yeah, you buat an application. So on the facts, Dr. Eddie here is the doctor for Chow. Chow was his patient. He has been treating Chow for the last 5 years. He basically know the medical history of Chow. So his evidence is direct evidence under section 60 sub 1 sub A because he examined Chow and able to diagnose dia punya medical condition by virtue of his actual examination of Chow. So he can testify relating to the medical condition of Chow, section 7, the observation, right? So by virtue of his observation, Chow did not suffer from any epileptic fit for the last 6 months. According to the case of Ku Hee Chiang, evidence given by Eddie here is evidence of fact because he got the information relating to the condition of Chow by virtue of his medical examination of Chow. So if this is evidence of fact, can the court reject?
Tak boleh.
So the court basically cannot reject the finding of fact of a witness. You get the picture? So itu, now will Dr. Eddie be relevant or not?
Relevant.
Yeah, you kena kat conclusion dekat situ, you will find that Dr. Eddie will be relevant and admissible. Dr. Eddie here is giving evidence of fact by virtue of Ku Hee Chiang. Evidence of fact, the court has no discretion to reject. Therefore, can you answer the first big issue?
Yes, boleh.
Okay, what will be your answer? Your big conclusion?
Big conclusion dia macam
The learned judge cannot reject the testimony from Dr. Eddie.
Alright, the learned trial judge cannot reject the testimony of Dr. Eddie. Therefore, the learned trial judge here did make an error of law and fact. Itu you punya conclusion. You tengok ya, you punya flow. You see that? Flow you, bila you jawab, at the end of the day, you boleh jawab issue you yang kat sini. Faham tak? Ayat dia macam masuk je. Tak ada macam pelik.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me? Right?
Okay, agree.
So you discuss Dr. Eddie, you find that Dr. Eddie is relevant and admissible because you apply Kuhi Chiang, Dr. Eddie is giving evidence of fact. Therefore, on the facts here, the learned trial judge make an error of law. So terletak aja dia punya jawapan dia. Betul? So remember, you have to remember that the conclusion here must be able to answer this one nicely. So kalau flow dia tu cantik, betul lah jawapan you. Kalau ada flow dia macam tak kena tu, mungkin ada satu yang kurang ke apa ke, that you have to add up something. Do you get the picture? Faham tak ni? Do you get what I mean? Ada soalan tak untuk this one? Agree or not?
Agree.
Okay. Masa you all first tengok Dr. Eddie ya?
Satu tu yang when DPP cross examine Dr. Eddie kan. So yang dia tanya can you confirm whether Chow suffer from fit during the accident tu kan. Oh ni kira saja puan nak treat lah ni.
Okay. Some student argue, some people may argue this is evidence of fact. Okay, kalau jalan I macam gini, I akan argue this is evidence of fact. Okay, tetapi walaupun dia evidence of fact, I give evidence of fact relating to the medical condition of Chow. Right? Tetapi I cannot conclusively say so whether on that particular day he suffered from epileptic fit or not. Okay? Because my student yang undergraduate, dia tak nampak evidence of fact ni. Terus-terus dia discuss opinion. Tak tahulah you all masa tengok soalan ni, korang memang nampak fact ke, korang nampak opinion ke, korang tak nampak apa-apa?
Nampak dulu.
Tak nampak apa-apa. Tapi lepas tu baru nampak.
Nampak dulu.
Maksudnya Dr. Rani tu opinion lah kan?
Okay, Dr. Rani bukan. I tak cakap Dr. Rani, I tengah cakap Eddie ni. I tengah cakap Eddie ni. I tengah cakap Eddie, kita masih lagi kat Eddie.
That's why saya cakap ada dua. That's why saya cakap ada dua puan.
Okay, sebab soalan ini kalau you tengok ada kat bawah ni, I cannot conclusively say so. Ya, kat sini I cannot conclusively say so. Maknanya during cross examination dia tidak tahu bahawa ada ke tidak mensrea tu, ya. Sebab as far as I'm concerned, bila I examine dia, selama ni dia tak ada pun dia tak ada pun ni. Yang ini I tak tahu, I cannot conclusively say so sebab I don't know. I did not perceive, I did not examine him. So I cannot conclusively say so whether he suffered from epileptic fit or not. Because as far as I'm concerned, he basically did not have any attack for the last 6 months. Okay, student I yang undergraduate, dia tak nampak ada evidence of fact. Dia nampak nama doktor dia terus automatic dia pakai 45. Itu ya. So student. Okay, bagi saya jawapan approach-nya ialah macam yang saya tunjuk dekat you all. Right? Bagi saya jawapan dia ialah macam ni. Maksudnya dia adalah evidence of fact. The fact that I cannot conclusively say so because I did not examine him on that particular day. So I tak tahulah. Right? Mungkinlah dia suffer from epileptic fit, mungkin tak, tapi I tidak examine. That's why I cannot conclusively say so. I'm not giving any opinion. Bagi saya, I tak give any opinion. Tapi for those student yang nampak ini sebagai evidence of opinion, dia akan argue on evidence of opinion. Okay, you get that? Now, so maksudnya, I rasa probably, now bila I cross examine, memang I tak tahu apa yang berlaku pada situ, I tak nampak dia. I did not examine kan? So I can, memanglah I cannot say I know because I don't know. So because I am giving evidence of fact. I rasa jawapan daripada cross examination to reflect further of the fact that I am giving evidence of fact. Sebab I tak test. You get that? Okay?
Okay.
Now, so ini adalah jawapan dia. Tapi student I cakap kat you, dia banyak discuss pasal evidence of opinion. Awal-awal lagi opinion. Lepas tu I cakap macam gini, baru dia nampak evidence of opinion. Sebab dia tak faham Kuhi Chiang tu macam mana. So you all I tak tahulah kat mana position dia ya. Okay. Okay, this will be the first issue. Okay. Now, let's look at the second issue. So the second issue will be, tadi kita tengok, the learned trial judge make an error of law and fact when he accepted the opinion of Dr. Rani. Betul? Okay, this will be your second issue. Right? This will be your second big issue. So your first, I rasa saya letak dulu sub issue. Sub issue 1 dalam issue ini. So how do you write down your sub issue 1 here?
Sub issue dia
Untuk Rani?
Whether Dr. Rani
mana saya punya?
Macam tadi?
Yeah. Whether the
Macam tadi? Macam tadi? Yang ni, sub issue 1 semua sama. Dia semua macam ni. Mana? Ini semua cara nak jawab sub issue 1. Sub issue 1 yang pertama-tama bila you dah identify your punya saksi, you kena write down you punya sub issue 1. So what will be your sub issue 1? Betul?
Whether the evidence given by the Dr. Rani is
admissible.
Is relevant and admissible.
Okay. So whether the evidence given by Dr. Rani relevant and admissible or not. Yeah, whether the evidence of whether the evidence of Dr. Rani here relevant and admissible or not. Get that? Now, the facts. Okay, kenapa Dr. Rani dipanggil oleh prosecution witness?
To prove
To give an opinion.
Yeah, okay. Alright, he give opinion to reflect that there was an existence of menstrual of recklessness. Betul? Yeah? Betul eh? We want to prove that. Prosecution wants to bring Dr. Rani to prove that there was an existence of recklessness, menstrual of recklessness. So, apa Dr. Rani testify?
Dia testify yang
epileptic patient shouldn't be discouraged from driving.
Okay, right. Lagi? Those who suffer from epileptic fit should be discouraged from driving. If at all they want to drive, they should be fit free. Okay, fit free for 2 years or suffer epileptic fit only at night. Yeah, tapi he did not give reasons for his opinion. Okay, so itu testimoni dia. You ambil daripada fakta ya, facts dia you ambil daripada soalan. Supaya you tak pergi jauh daripada soalan tu. So you tahu apa soalan tu nak. Okay, your law.
Jadi
45.
Now tengok. 45. Okay, sebelum 45. You tengok, Dr. Rani examine tak Chow?
Tak.
Okay, dia tak examine Chow. Section 60.
60,1A.
Dia tak examine Chow. 60 sub 1 sub
B.
D. Sebab dia tak examine Chow. Kalau dia examine Chow 60 sub 1 sub A. Dia tak examine Chow. Dia hanya beri opinion secara umum bahawa sesiapa yang suffer from epileptic fit, dia sepatutnya tak boleh memandu selama 2 tahun. Ya, maksudnya tidak kena attack selama 2 tahun sebelum dia memandu. Ataupun tak pernah kena attack sepanjang malam. Tapi tak tahu dia tak cakap lah sebabnya kan. Right? 60 sub 1 sub D. So he is relating to the condition that you should be fit free. So he is giving evidence of 45 opinion.
Yes, opinion.
Betul tak? Dia bagi dia punya pandangan. Which indirectly reflect or negate, which indirectly prove the existence of mens rea. Okay. So if I get the picture of this one, okay? So this is the law. Now, Kalau you nak panggil an expert bawah 45, kes apa yang you kena bear in mind?
Sana kes. Apa ya? Tak tengok balik.
Kes apa yang you must bear in mind?
Yang Datuk apa tu?
Datuk, bukan Datuk. Lagi satu selain daripada Datuk tu.
Oh,
Ada satu lagi kes, bukan Datuk Mutahashim. Datuk Mutahashim
bukan.
cakap pasal siapa pakar. Selain daripada Datuk Mutahashim, satu lagi kes yang penting bila you cakap pakar.
Yang Junaidi bin Abdullah.
Ya, Junaidi. Ya, Junaidi against DPP. Kes Junaidi. Kalau you ada saksi pakar, prosedur dia ialah Junaidi. Kes yang you kena apply ialah Junaidi. Okay, you make application dalam soalan ni on the facts. Dr. Rani did not examine Chow. Dr. Rani is giving evidence of opinion relating to epileptic fit as a disease. Yeah, he was of the opinion that if you want to drive, you must be fit-free for 2 years or only have fits at night. He is giving evidence of opinion under section 45. Right? For him to give evidence of opinion, you must determine whether Junaidi has been fulfilled. Okay, Junaidi kata apa? What will be the first one? Junaidi kata apa? Is the subject matter? If the subject matter of the trial here require
special skill.
Yeah, require special skill and assistance of an expert. Is the subject matter of the case here require special skill and assistance of the expert? Now on the facts, what do you see on the facts? Make application. Apa yang you nak establish kat sini? The mens rea for recklessness. Betul tak? You want to establish, if a person suffers from epileptic fit, does he reckless when he drives or not? So that is it. For those person who suffered from epileptic fit and he drive, whether the person has an necessary mens rea or not. Will the court able to come to a conclusion bila tengok orang tu? Is it something that require help? Kau tak tahu epileptic fit tu apa? Mungkin kau tahulah kot. Kau tak tahu how epileptic fit work. So maknanya the subject matter of this case require some kind of skill. Orang yang tahu, yang pakar bahagian sakit sawan ni yang boleh beri keterangan. Saya tak tahu. I tahu sawan tapi I tak tahu setakat mana orang tu sakit, setakat mana orang tu sebenarnya cuai ataupun dia sengaja dia kena attack bila saya tak tahu. Tak tahu bila dia benda tu intentional ke, benda tu reckless ke atau macam mana I tak tahu. So, if I am the judge, I will not going to be able to determine on my own. I need some kind of assistance from a pakar. Betul tak? Sebab ini untuk determine mens rea, state of mind of person who been driving the car tapi dia suffer from epileptic fit. So ini sesuatu yang saya tak boleh nak determine. Saya perlukan nasihat pakar. So make an application. On the facts, the subject matter in this question is to determine the state of mind of a person who suffered from epileptic fit, whether he is reckless or not. Epileptic fit is something that is so complicated that a judge cannot decide on his own. So the judge require assistance of an expert. That's why dia panggil Dr. Rani. So sesuai letak you panggil Dr. Rani? You punya sub conclusion here?
Tak sesuai.
Sesuai. Sesuai lah you panggil Dr. Rani. Sesuai tak?
Sesuai.
Conclusion you tu janganlah pelik, terbalik daripada you punya justification. Okay? So sesuai lah sebab subject matter tu something yang complicated. So perlulah court assistant daripada judge. Okay. Number 2. Nombor 2 cakap apa? Is the person you call an expert? Betul tak? Is the person you call an expert? Maknanya, adakah Dr. Rani pakar?
Yes.
Okay. Facts. On the facts.
Leading neurologist of 10 years.
Dr. Rani is a leading neurologist of 10 years. Lagi, dia ada private practice. Dia juga consultant. Dia ada advice hospital. Dia dah
publish
kan,
article.
betul. Maknanya dia publish artikel tu, maknanya he is actively involved in research in the area of epileptic fit. Kalau tidak dia takkan publish artikel. So that's it reflect that he is an expert. Betul?
Yeah.
Okay, so you buat application. Okay, you buat application. Right? So, kat situ you ada jawab positif. Okay, betul. Subject matter require some kepakaran. Dan dia adalah pakar. Okay, so betul. Dekat situ. So, he is giving evidence of an expert. Satu lagi bila you bakar. Nombor 3. So, if you, okay, sahlah Dr. Rani is an expert. So, next one will be, confirm he is an expert. Did Dr. Rani give justification of his expertise? So, sekejap So, sampai kat situ tadi. Now, before this one. So, on the facts here, he is giving evidence as an expert. So, you boleh buat conclusion kat situ. Sub-conclusion kat situ. Sub-conclusion will be Dr. Rani relevant and admissible. Faham tak? You pakai Junadi, dia relevant and admissible. Okay? Betul. Now, tapi apa masalahnya ialah sub-issue tu. Sub-issue tu, tadi sub-issue 1. So, let's look at sub-issue 2. You jadikan sub-issue 2.
Okay.
If Dr. Rani is giving evidence as an expert, did Dr. Rani give the necessary justification or reasons for his opinion? Got that? Your law. This one, your law? Come on, your law.
PP versus Muhammad Sulaiman ke? Puan? Kan?
Section dulu.
Dulu.
Bagi saya, yang paling penting section barulah case. Justifikasi ataupun reasons for opinion.
Section 51.
Section 51. Section 51 and related cases. Plus cases dia. What is section 51 cakap?
Whenever the opinion of any living person is relevant, the grounds on which his opinion is based are also relevant.
Alright. So maksudnya bila dia beri keterangan saksi, pakar, dia mesti memberi alasan kepada dia punya opinion. Yes, he has to give justification for his opinion. You get the picture? Lagi kes Datuk Shanmuganathan kata bahawa Dr. Shanmugam. Right? Who is the ultimate decision maker? Whether to accept or reject the opinion? The court. The court is the ultimate decision maker whether to accept or reject the opinion. Tetapi section 51 and the related case, if the expert is giving evidence in the court, dia mesti beri justification and reasons for his opinion. Right? Okay, now make an application. Do you see the problem here? Apa principle of law? Principle of law-nya ialah court must consider the reasons given by the expert. Betul tak? Right? The court must consider the reasons given by the expert under section 51 before coming to a decision as to whose opinion to follow. Kalau you ada more than one opinion, court kena tengok alasan orang tu bagi. Wajib court tengok alasan pakar tersebut. Okay? Now, make an application on facts here. Come on.
Dr. Rani didn't give any justification of in matter of 2 years window period and cannot drive to.
Okay. So on the facts, indeed Dr. Rani is an expert. Indeed, the subject matter of the fact here requires some kind of assistance from the expert. However, Dr. Rani did not give any reasons or justification as required under section 51. He did not give analysis or justification why should a person be fit free for 2 years before he can drive. Right? So dia cakap je, entah apa alasan dia tak beritahu. Right? But however, the judge in this case used his opinion, right, to come to this decision. Walaupun judge has the power under the case of Dr. Shanmugaratnam to decide, ultimately whose opinion to decide, to follow. Now, what do you think of this ground of appeal? Did the learned trial judge make an error of law?
Yeah.
Yes.
You get that? So, you punya application tu, you akan dapat you punya conclusion. Conclusion you jawab tak soalan you kat atas ni?
Yes.
Jawab. Right? So, you buat application. Right? Therefore, you conclude the learned trial judge in this case made an error of law and fact when he accepted the opinion of Dr. Rani when Dr. Rani actually did not give any reasons for his opinion. You see? Nampak tak? So did I answer the question? Nampak kita ada dua big issue, you jawab dia satu-satu. You get the picture? Tadi yang pertama simple je sebab dia ada evidence of fact. Yang kedua ada evidence of opinion. So dalam soalan ni, dalam jawapan ini ada dua ground of appeal, dua-dua judge make an error of law. Now, my undergraduate, dia discuss satu AD punya evidence as evidence of expert. You faham tak? So bila evidence of expert, jawapan dia akan jadi lain. Now, what happen kalau dia discuss Dr. Eddie as evidence of an expert? Ya? Yeah? So, my student dekat undergraduate, dia cakap, okay, isu yang pertama dia kata, ialah the learned trial judge made an error of law when he rejected the evidence of Dr. Eddie. My undergraduate student, dia jawab, on the facts, Dr. Eddie is giving evidence of opinion. Dia discuss lah nak erak section 45, dia discuss lah 60 subsection 1, subsection D. So, Dr. Eddie bagi sebab tak? Dr. Eddie bagi alasan sebab dia buat examination, budak tu nampak sebagai opinion, okay. Opinion evidence. So, dekat situ, dia akan punya conclusion adalah, yes, the learned trial judge make an error of law when he rejected the opinion of Dr. Eddie. Ya, dia reject. Sebab judge kena consider dua-dua opinion. So, orang tu dah bagi opinion, dia akan dapat error. Betul lah jawapan dia. Tapi dia punya jalan dia dah lain. You got the picture? So, jawapan nombor 2 dia, betul lah. Jawapan nombor 2 betul yang ni, Dr. Rani. Dr. Rani, expert pakar apa semua. Dia akan ada yang ketiga. Yang ketiga ialah, sebab you ada 2 pakar sekarang. Do you realise? Daripada analisis macam gini, you ada 2 pakar. You anggap Dr. Eddie sebagai pakar dan Dr. Rani sebagai pakar juga.
So conflicting lah.
Ya, dia punya analysis, dia punya issue will be, right? There exists two conflicting expert opinion. The issue here is whether, okay, which conflicting opinion or evidence will the court has to follow. So that will be your issue. Budak-budak tu punya jawapan akan kena macam ni. Dia akan buat analysis on conflicting expert opinion. Ya, tapi dia dah sesat sikit lah. Dia dah salah dah yang tadi. Tapi court punya sistem, bila kita analyse decision, bila kita analyse case, ya, you nampak court tu tolak tak? Court tak tolak. Ya, maknanya you argue macam gini, I dengar je you punya argument. Right? Court buat macam gitu. Dia consider juga you punya opinion, lepas tu dia akan bagi dia punya judgement. So you may give your opinion, you may have your justification, I dengar. Dan I boleh bagi markah. Walaupun benda tu sebenarnya macam sakit telinga lah kita tengok. Tapi sebab you ada alasan you. You beri lah letak section ke apa ke, you letak justification, argument. So maknanya yang penting ialah you bagi justification dan you come to your conclusion. It's fine if your conclusion is not correct. Tapi you have attempted to do it right. You get the picture? You dah usaha dah. Tapi maksudnya you still boleh dapat jawapan. Tapi pastikan ada isu conflicting expert opinion. Kalau conflicting expert opinion ni, you punya law apa? Akan ada, your law will be nilai 3 porcelain. Nilai 3 porcelain, you find that satu examine the victim, satu examine the accused person Chow, satu tak examine, satu purely expert opinion. Maknanya Dr. Rani ni bagi armchair. Ingat tak? Dr. Eddie do the examination. Dr. Rani armchair. Anwar Ibrahim. Anwar Ibrahim sodomi 2. Right? Because Anwar Ibrahim dia bagi case yang pasal armchair. You get that? So you buat application, you come to your conclusion. You get the picture? Yang ini kalau jalan you dah menyimpang tadi. Terpaksalah you tegakkan benang tu. Okay? Usahalah apa macam mana. Right? Nak buat macam mana you dah take that particular road kan? So you kena tegakkan benang tu, bagilah justifikasi. You dapat juga markah kat justifikasi. Ya, walaupun mungkin tak dapatlah walaupun jawapan dia sebenarnya simple je, straightforward je. Betul tak? Dia straightforward, simple je. Tapi kerana kau dah buat jalan salah, complicated lah hidupnya. Right? Markah tu pun mungkin tak sebanyak yang straightforward tadi. Tapi you still get the mark. Boleh? Will that be okay? So maknanya usaha you all tulis tu saya tak akan bagi markah kosong. Tetap saya bagi justifikasi. Tetap saya bagi markah atas usaha you menjustify yourself. Ya, memberi alasan, menegakkan benang ke apa ke, because itulah yang lawyer buat. Ya, so terpaksalah berangan jadi lawyer, buatlah benda yang orang buat. Okay? Walaupun benda tu salah ke apa ke, doesn't matter. Orang memang banyak pun buat salah dekat court. Okay, lawyer je kan, argument pun pelik-pelik. It doesn't matter. Yang penting court dengar, okay, court akan conclusionnya, okay, saya terimalah argument you. Saya tak terimalah argument you. Argument you pelik, saya tak terima. Sebenarnya dia macam ni. Fine, doesn't matter. Okay, get that?
Okay, betul.
Boleh ya? So you see, nampak approach dia ya? Nampak macam complicated tapi sebenarnya tak sebenarnya. Tapi agaknya tak pernah tengok, dia macam susah. Boleh? Alright, sekarang ni
kalau let's say kita bagi je macam yang direct to the point tu, tapi yang bagi juga third point tu, yang conflicting tu.
Jangan begitu. Kalau dia evidence of fact, dia tak akan ada conflicting expert opinion. Okay. Conflicting expert opinion hanya apabila you ada dua opinion. Okay. You get the picture? Okay. So, kalau satu evidence of fact, satu evidence of opinion, okay, dah cantik dah tu. Korang menambah pula lagi conflicting, you nak compete dengan siapa? Okay? Conflicting expert opinion hanya apabila you ada dua pakar yang bercanggah sesama sendiri. Barulah you pakai conflicting expert opinion. Get that? Boleh? Boleh nampak? Nampak ya saya bila you jawab, I tak nak law je. Kat sini nampak ada issue, ada facts, ada law, ada application kat sini sebenarnya. Ada application kat tengah-tengah. Jangan korang duduk muntahkan nota saya. Ataupun dari buku. Letaklah setebal-tebalnya. Lepas tu, application 3 line. Tak jadi gitu. Jumpa sekali lagi lah kita tahun depan. Okay? Faham? Alright? So, you all semester ni tough sikit sebab you all buat exam bertulis.
Ya.
Okay? So, maknanya you all punya test ni saya buat bertulis jugalah supaya you all ada practice sikit. Okay? Boleh ya? You all punya test nanti kita decide satu time kita buat 2 jam test. Korang tulis, tak apa pun kita online. Maknanya lepas tu you submit dekat saya. Maksudnya you menghadap komputer macam ni, you tulis 2 jam tu saya onkan komputer. Saya rekodkan you all menulis macam nak gerak tu. Lepas tu dah siap tu you email kat saya ke. Ataupun nanti kita tengoklah you masuk dekat link mana untuk submit your open jawapan. Tapi dia bertulis. Itu anak saya buat macam itu. Anak saya engineering. Dia engineering, dia exam, dia buka komputer, kena on camera, dia menulis, lepas tu dah siap dia ambil gambar, dia upload. Cuma law je ada 6 jam. Dalam kes you all, 24 jam. Kemain lama, tahu tak? Okay? Tiada lagi lah yang macam itu semester ni. You all kena test. Yang faham ya? Dia susah sikit sebab you all kena belajar menulis. So, practice lah menulis. Okay? Berapa banyak untuk masa nak dapat 2 jam tu, berapa page? You all kena at least dah dapat 4 page.
4 page? Yang 2 page je.
Sebab apa? 2 page you all baru cakap isu. Ya? Belum lagi cakap application, conclusion dia. Okay? Get the picture. Boleh tak soalan ni? Sempat tak saya buat soalan satu lagi? Kita habis pukul 10.30
Ya.
Okay, I bagi break 5 minit. Lepas tu kita discuss kejap soalan Marjorie tu. Boleh?
Okay.
Okay, kita jumpa
Thank you,
dalam pukul 9.45. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Dah balik dah? Okay, shall we continue with this question? Number 2, the second one. Soalan nombor 2 ni ada 2 bahagian. One is actually on character evidence and the other one is on opinion evidence. Kita discuss karakter dulu. Kalau sempat kita tengok on opinions. Opinion pula ya. On character, kita discuss on opinion dulu. Sebab character evidence simple je. Nanti kalau sempat kita tengok on that one. Alright, let's look at this question. On July, okay, we have Marjorie there. Yeah, she was cleaning the store. Lepas tu dia jumpa, she found a notebook belonging to John. Lepas tu dalam notebook tu ada paper, ya, ada note, ya. Note found inside the notebook, ya. So ada 2 benda dia jumpa, satu buku, satu lagi adalah kertas nota selit dekat dalam buku, okay? Alright, so she made a complaint to MACC, ya. Lepas tu dia hantar that particular document tu dekat mereka, right? So they eventually were charged for corruption under MACC Act, but they claim trial, okay? Both of them were represented by their own defense counsel. Yeah, it's best that they were represented by different lawyer. Okay, the notebook was sent to the chemistry department. It was actually examined by Dugan, a handwriting expert, to examine the paper. And then, okay, Dugan examined the paper and she gave opinion on this one. Lepas tu, okay, Marjorie also testified as a prosecution witness. And then during cross-examination, John's counsel claimed that Marjorie was lying. The counsel further claimed that Marjorie was vengeful and whatnot, yeah? So she denied, okay? And then, so at the end of the prosecution case, the court rejected Marjorie's evidence, but found prima facie case proven against John. And based on the evidence of Dugan, John and Ronald were asked to enter the defense. At the defense stage, you ada 2, okay? Defense stage, kita ada 2 defense witnesses. Tetapi dalam konteks ini, we are talking about Dr. Ronald yang panggil Dr. Reid. Right? Who examine the document, testify, okay, dia examine the document, dia tengok perbezaan daripada stroke of the handwriting and the ink and paper and conclude that it was not genuine, right? And then he believed that the signature belongs to John. Okay, dia ada issue kat sini on character. And then at the end of trial, alright, at the end of the defense case, both John and Ronald were found guilty. Trial judge accepted the opinion of Dugan, ignored the opinion of Dr. Ray. So now Ronald filed an appeal. You get that? Boleh? Nampak fakta soalan tu? So kita ada 3 sub-issue. So okay, 3 ground of appeal. Yang appeal adalah Ronald. Maknanya John dengan Ronald both convicted, tapi yang appeal adalah Ronald. You get that? So seorang sahaja yang appeal. Now, what are the ground of appeal filed by Ronald? Yang pertama, the learned trial judge erred in law and fact when he rejected the evidence of Marjorie. Yang kedua, the learned trial judge made an error in law and fact when he accepted the opinion of Dugan alone and rejected the opinion of Dr. Reid. Okay, untuk hari ini punya discussion, kita discuss 2 ground of appeal ini sahaja. Nampak tak? Do you see the question? Now, let's look at the question. Okay. Now, first of all, I nak tanya dekat you. Okay. Kenapa prosecutor panggil Dugan? Apakah peranan Dugan dekat sini?
Expert witness.
Ya, peranan dia apa?
To
Ambil paper tu dengan notebook.
Okay. That paper dengan notebook tu ditemukan untuk apa?
Untuk siapa yang tulis.
Okay. Itu section berapa tu yang nampak? Dugan identify the handwriting. Betul tak?
Yes.
Ya, dia confirmkan handwriting dekat notebook tu kepunyaan John and Ronald. Betul? Dia confirmkan handwriting tu belongs to John and Ronald. So relevancy dia apa? So you panggil dia relevancy untuk buktikan apa?
State of thing.
State of thing ke?
Identity.
Identification. Section?
9.
9. Maknanya you panggil Dugan untuk buktikan bahawa identification of the owner of the notes, ya, ataupun identification of the handwriting belongs to John and Ronald. Maknanya mereka adalah orang yang menulis nota-nota tersebut yang boleh menjadi circumstantial evidence to reflect adanya corruption. You get the picture? So, that's why you panggil dia. Jadi untuk membuktikan identification pada nota tersebut, you require pakar. So, you ada section 9, you ada section 45. You get that?
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay, Ronald panggil Ray. Apakah yang dibuat oleh Dr. Ray?
Ray pun dia identify.
Ya, Dr. Ray juga analyze this particular document untuk confirm siapakah identification siapakah dia identity, apakah dia identity ataupun siapakah identity atau pemilik kepada dokumen tersebut. So juga section 9. Right? Dan juga section 45. You get the picture? So maknanya you ada identification, handwriting, link kepada nota dan eventually ni adalah circumstantial evidence yang membuktikan corruption. MACC Act. You get that? Boleh eh? Okay, now let's read. Can we discuss this question? Alright. So in this question, ada dua. Okay, you start this question with analyzing the facts and issue. So what is your facts and issue? Identify your facts and issue. Facts and issue.
Whether apa ni? Mana soalan tadi?
Whether the land judge make an error.
Bukan, facts and issue dulu. Facts and issue dulu.
Whether Roland boleh saya mencari soalan mana tadi.
Whether John and Ronald can be found guilty for corruption.
Corruption.
For corruption. Itu ya, John and Ronald. Jangan salah ya, facts and issue refer to kepada charge. Ya, facts and issue always refer to charge dan always put down in your answer. First time you nak jawab. Kalau agak-agak buntu tengok soalan, letaklah dulu facts and issue. Senang je, iaitu charge. Okay? So biasanya orang cakap the first step is most important. Dah tulis satu, senang you nak tulis ayat-ayat seterusnya. Kan yang pertama yang susah. Okay? So agak-agak keras di kepala tu nak fikir, letak je dulu facts and issue. Okay? Alright. So the first ground of appeal, the learned trial judge made an error of law and fact when he rejected the evidence of Marjorie. Number 2, the learned trial judge made an error of fact when he accepted the opinion of Dugan, ignored the opinion of Dr. Ray. Okay. So ada dua ground of appeal yang relate kepada, okay, of course lah kita tak relate kepada opinion tu mungkin ada satu, because Marjorie tu bukan, nanti kita tengok bukan evidence of opinion. Okay, kita discuss isu 1 dan 2 dulu. So, issue 1. So, the first issue, okay, ini you punya big issues. 1, the learned trial judge made an error of law when he rejected the evidence of Marjorie. Okay, itu your issue. Now, your facts. What is the testimony of Marjorie?
Marjorie.
The handwriting belong to John.
Okay, Marjorie testified in the court of the fact that
The handwriting on the document belong to John.
okay, so Marjorie testified on the fact that the handwriting belongs to John. Okay, the handwriting belongs to John. Okay, your law.
Identity.
Sebelum tu.
Oh,
Apa
sebelum tu.
Marjorie buat?
Dia,
Marjorie tengok dokumen dulu, section.
dia introducekan dokumen tu.
Okay, section. Marjorie tengok dokumen tu, section.
Oh, section ni lah, section 6.
Marjorie tengok dokumen tu.
90.
60 dulu. Abang 60. Dia tengok dokumen, dia dapat dokumen. Dia tengok dokumen, betul tak? Dia jumpa dokumen tu, dia tengok 60 sub 1 sub A. Dia tengok dokumen. Dia tengok dokumen. Iaitu adalah dokumen tu ada original section 3. Ya, original document 61, 62. Ya, diary lama. Okay, original document. Nanti kita belajar 61, 62 in greater detail later. Okay? Alright. So, okay. Okay, you panggil Marjorie untuk buat apa?
Identify.
Okay, identify section.
Ada 9.
9. So, identify. Okay, dia identify the document yang dijumpa plus dia juga identify
Handwriting.
okay, the handwriting. Dia identify the handwriting. Now, kalau you nak buktikan handwriting, selain daripada you able to identify, boleh tak Marjorie provekan handwriting tersebut?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Macam mana? Macam mana?
Non-expert.
Ya, section
47.
47. So, Marjorie tengok dokumen tu, Marjorie tengok handwriting tu, Marjorie rasa itu adalah handwriting bos dia. 60 sub 1 sub D. Dia bagi opinion, dia tak nampak bos dia tulis kan? Tapi dia tahu itu adalah buku nota bos dia. Ya, dekat dalam buku nota tu ada nota. Dia tengok handwriting tu, dia merasakan handwriting itu adalah handwriting bos dia. 60 sub 1 sub D. Dia menengok buku nota tu 60 sub 1 sub A. Dan dia merasakan buku nota tu ditulis oleh bos dia. 60 sub 1 sub D. Sebab apa? 60 sub 1 sub D ni dia akan match dengan this one. Keterangan 47. Opinion. Cuba tengok 60 sub 1 sub D. Dekat apa? 60 sub 1 sub A ni dia akan match dengan yang ni. You tengok dokumen. I confirm ni lah dokumen yang I check. I confirm yang Arif ni lah dokumennya, ni lah buku notanya, yang itulah I nampak tulisan tangan tu. Okay? So itu 60 sub 1 sub A I tengok dan I bukti I nampak. I identify the nota dan buku nota. Lepas tu bila saya tengok nota dan buku nota tu, saya merasakan handwriting tu handwriting bos saya. 60 sub 1 sub D. Saya tak nampak bos saya sign. Ya? Tapi kenapa saya tahu itulah handwriting bos saya? Sebab 47. You get the picture? Kenapa 47? 47 cakap apa?
Non-expert.
Okay, non-expert relating to handwriting. So 47 cakap pasal non-expert relating to handwriting. Tetapi apa justifikasi? Application you. So application on the facts, Marjorie will tell the court of the fact that she identified the document that was found at the store. She identified the document which is the notebook and the note inside the notebook. She perceived that the original document, section 61, 62. So produce it as evidence in the court. She can testify in the court when she look at the handwriting. She is of the opinion that the handwriting belongs to her boss, John. And she come to the conclusion that handwriting here belongs to John because by virtue of section 47, she has been the PA for John. Dia dah PA John berapa lama? Berapa lama dia jadi PA John? Katakanlah dia jadi PA John beberapa tahun. Ya, she has been the John's PA for few years. So kalau you PA dia, she is acquainted with the handwriting of John. Dia selalu nampak John menulis, betul tak? John bagi dia instruction. So she is acquainted with the handwriting of John. Ya, because application ni mesti ada. She is the PA for John. Ya, for several years katakanlah. So she is acquainted with John handwritings. That's why she can confirm to the court, she can give evidence to the court of the fact that the handwriting in the notebook there belongs to John because of dia ni dah bertahun-tahun jadi PA John. Setuju? So you buat application dekat situ. Now, you punya analysis, you punya sub-conclusion. Will her evidence relevant and admissible or not?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, her evidence therefore will be relevant and admissible. Her evidence related to the evidence relating to the identity of the book and notebook adalah evidence of fact. Walaupun evidence relating to the owner of the handwriting is that of John, is that of opinion, tapi it should be relevant and admissible because she has given justification for her opinion. So because of that, her evidence is relevant and admissible. Your big conclusion? Your big conclusion yang address the issue sini?
Learn judge make an error
Yeah.
of law and facts of
Betul.
rejecting.
Right. So your big conclusion will be the learned trial judge made an error of law and fact when he rejected the evidence of Marjorie. So that will be your conclusion. You get the picture? Nampak? So satu error. Any question kat situ? Nampak ke tak approach dia? Ada tak isu? Ada tak law? Saya buat application ke tak? Semua ada ya. Macam gitu you punya jawapan. Ada step by step. Formula dia ialah IFLAC. Isunya ialah Marjorie. Factsnya ialah yang ini. Lawnya yang ini. Application, conclusion. Semua ikut turutan cantik je. Ya, conclusion saya menjawab kepada big issue at the end of the day. Get that? Okay, now. Let's look at your second issue. So your second big issue ialah the learned trial judge made an error of law. So the learned trial judge made an error of law, of law and fact when he accepted the evidence of Dugan and ignored the evidence of Dr. Ray. Betul? Would that be correct? Okay, siapa yang appeal?
Yes. Ronald.
Ronald yang appeal. Siapa Dr. Ray?
Ronald punya witness.
Okay, Ronald punya witness. Dr. Ray testify di court untuk buktikan apa?
The handwriting is John's.
Okay, Ronald testify dekat court bahawa handwriting kedua-dua dokumen tu John yang punya. Tak ada kena-mengena pun dengan my client Ronald. Dugan testify dekat court bahawa satu belongs to John, satu belongs to Ronald. You get the picture? Okay. Now, Look at this one. Do you think, okay, offhand, adakah mereka berdua examine the document? Sebelum kita letak isu dan apa benda semua. Adakah mereka berdua examine the document?
Yes.
Ya, masing-masing dua-dua tengok sampel dokumen, dua-dua examine. Tapi justifikasi mereka berbeza kan? Ya, style dia berbeza. Of course lah kita ada banyak cara untuk buktikan dokumen tu tulen ke tak. Handwriting tu dia punya ke tak. So, maknanya masing-masing examine the document. Right? Tapi bila adakah mereka melihat John atau Ronald menulis?
Tidak.
Tidak. Jadi mereka memberi keterangan
Expert
opinion.
witness.
Ya,
Opinion.
mereka memberi keterangan opinion. So, you nampak dua-dua memberi keterangan opinion?
Yeah.
Okey, kalau dua-dua beri keterangan opinion, you lumpkan discussion dia together. So macam mana you letak? Your issue will be, whether the evidence of Dr. Ray and Dugan relevant and admissible. Ya, sebab tengok secara lalu macam mereka ni dalam kategori yang sama. Dua-dua beri keterangan pakar. Jadi jangan penatkan diri buat satu-satu. Boleh buat satu-satu tapi akan habis masa. You get that? Sebab you all ni kena ingat you all menulis. So kalau you buat satu-satu, you akan use a lot of time. Jadi benda yang boleh you lump together. So dekat situ, whether the evidence of Dr. Ray and Dugan relevant and admissible or not. You get that?
Okay.
So, your facts. Facts refer to apa yang Dr. Ray beritahu, apa yang Dugan beritahu. So, on the facts, Dr. Ray examined the particular document and found that the document belongs to, ataupun the handwriting on the document is that of John, whereby Dugan examined the document and come to the conclusion that one of the document belongs to John and the other one belongs to Ronald. So, itu facts you. Betul tak? Simplify kan, use your own words. Kalau you pakai ayat dekat dalam soalan tu dipanjang. Simplify kan. Okay, your law. Section?
9.
Sebelum 9, you
45.
tengok dokumen. You tengok dulu dokumen.
Section 3.
Weh.
60.
Section
60.
1A.
1A.
60 sangat penting kan. 60 ada evidence ya.
Okay.
Bila you examine dokumen tu, semua you kena tengok. You examine dokumen ke tak? Right? Kalau evidence of fact, you nampak ke tak? Adakah hearsay ke direct? Itu semua benda yang penting. 60 sub 1 sub A, dua-dua examine dokumen. Lagi? 60 sub 1 sub D.
C.
Masing-masing tak tengok handwriting tapi masing-masing beri keterangan opinion. 60 sub 1 sub D. Okey, lagi plus tadi cakap section
3.
Okey, 3 tadi dah discuss. Okey, of course section 3 tadi bila dokumen tu dibawa oleh siapa namanya Marjorie, 362 tu semua ada. Nombor 1 62. Tapi sebab kita dah discuss tadi, we don't have to discuss this one here again.
Okay.
Tapi section 9 perlu tak?
Perlu.
Section 9 perlu sebab masing-masing identify the document. Right? They look at the handwriting, they identify it plus section
45.
45. Ya, section 45. Mereka adalah pakar. You get that? Boleh? Up until now, okay.
Okay.
Okay, make an application. Okay, make an application. Alright, on the facts, both Dr. Ray and Dugan examined the document. They analyzed each and every one document, therefore they perceived the documents under section 61A. And by perceiving the document, they are of the opinion that for the purpose of them perceiving the document is to identify who is the owner of the handwriting in the document, section 9. They also give opinion relating to this owner of the handwriting, 61D. And to be able to give opinion of the handwriting, they must give evidence of an expert 45. Okay. So you dah pakai 45, case apa must come to picture? Bila ada 45?
45 tadi. Junaidi.
Okay, Junaidi. Junaidi must come into picture. So you come to conclusion bahawa dekat sini you ada sub conclusion, therefore the evidence, okay, these are the evidence that they give, okay? So you have to apply Junaidi. The first one, Junaidi. The first one, Junaidi, is the subject matter in this question require help of an expert? Must the court need assistance of an expert?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Kenapa? Okay, make an application. On the facts, the court need to determine who is the owner of the handwriting in the document or the notebook.
Notebook.
The court will not going to be able to determine the owner of the handwriting. Therefore, the court require help of an expert. So, okay, subject matter perlukan expertise. You get that? Second, are the witness called here experts? Apa tu? Adakah saksi yang dipanggil tu saksi pakar? Okay, make application. On the facts. Make application. On the facts, tengok soalan dugaan siapa? Dugaan pakar ke tak? Okay, kalau you tengok soalan saya dah terus nyatakan. Jadi maknanya you kena assume dia ada pakar. Sebab kalau benda semua nak establish, nanti kan soalan tu jadi 30 page. Engkau orang nak jawab tak tahu berapa page. Betul tak? Jadi sebab nak mengurangkan panjang soalan, jadi yang tak ada isu, assume dia dah tak ada isu. Right? For this one, dekat sini you tengok duga ni adalah handwriting expert examine. Lepas tu daripada society tu, dah ada course apa benda tu semua. Jadi maknanya dia pakar. So you assume lah, make an application on the facts. On the facts, he is assumed to be an expert, dah proven to be an expert because apa benda kat situ. Alright, faham? Okay. Sekejap, ada orang baru nak masuk. Okay, now. How about Ray? Is Dr. Ray an expert? Dr. Ray is a PhD holder in forensic analysis, accepted by an expert. So, dalam kes Datuk Mohtar Hashim, boleh ke orang yang ada degree qualification be regarded as an expert? Datuk Mohtar Hashim boleh. So,
Yes.
okay. Maksudnya boleh kan? So, you buat application. Okay, on the facts. Alright, Dr. Ray is an expert. According to the case of Datuk Mohtar Hashim, he has the necessary PhD and qualification as an expert. Right? Dugan is also an expert because he has the necessary degree and qualification as well as training as an expert. Ya? Kat situ you kena pandai cut short yang tu. Sebab tak nak jadi isu panjang-panjang cerita, benda ni tak ada isu pun. Right? Sebenarnya dia ada pakar. So they are experts. Okay. Therefore, okay. Now, sub-conclusion you dekat sini, are they relevant and admissible?
Yes.
Okay, sub-conclusion dekat sini. Therefore, both Dr. Ray and Dugan are relevant and admissible to give evidence in the court, and they are giving evidence in the court as an expert. Now, when they give evidence in the court as an expert, number 3, did they give justification or reasons? Did they give justification and reasons of their opinion? Your law? Section? Section 51. Tadi yang kita dah discuss tadi, law relating to opinion of an expert. Betul tak? So you have to give reasons and opinion as an expert. Made an application. Did he give reasons and opinion? Kat sini. Look at the facts. Right? Basically, Dugan analyzed this particular document. He comes to opinion by virtue of having analyzed those documents with samples document. Betul tak? So, did he give reasons and justification for the opinion? Dia ada tak reasons and justification?
Ada.
Ada ya. So you tengok all the facts. Dugan make an analysis and he did give justification and reasoning for his opinion, upon which he has made an analysis of the sample plus and compare it with some other samples. So you bagi kat situ. So he give reasons for his opinion. Similarly, Dr. Ray also examined the sample and he basically analyzed the sample by looking at the stroke of the handwriting. So he also give reasons for his opinion. So dalam konteks ini, did both of them give reasons for opinion? So you punya sub-conclusion dekat sini, yes, both give reasons for opinion. Right? So both give reasons for opinion. Now, what you have here will be what? It's going to be an issue of?
Conflicting.
Yeah.
Expert opinion.
Okay, sub-issue will be, right? If you have two conflicting expert opinion in the context, Dr. John is giving opinion, so is Dugan giving opinion, you have two conflicting expert opinion. So if you have two conflicting or expert opinion, your issue will be which opinion should the court follow, right? So that will be your sub-issue, conflicting expert opinion. Get the picture? Nampak ya? Saya buat garis dulu. So dekat situ. So you ada conflicting expert opinion. So issue you ialah kat sini ada conflicting expert opinion. So you raise your sub-issue will be, right, the evidence of Dr. Ray and Dugan, both are experts and they are in conflict. Therefore, the issue will be, if facing with conflicting expert opinion, which opinion should the court choose or follow? Your law. Your law. So itu issue, your law. Kes apa?
Boleh ke? Puan.
Apa dia tak? Cari kes yang court decide, court tengok. Kes yang court dapat guidance kalau you ada conflicting expert opinion. Di mana dua-dua tengok keadaan. Tak dengar. You dah mute. Nazrul, you dah mute dah. You mute yourself.
Singapore Finance.
Okay, selain daripada Singapore Finance, Malaysia punya kes?
Nilai, berjaya nilai apa?
Nilai 3.
Nilai
Okay.
3.
Nilai 3 porcelain. Nilai 3 porcelain against Berjaya Sompo. Nilai 3 porcelain against Berjaya Sompo provides you with the guidance as to how the court decide kalau dia ada dua conflicting expert opinion yang masing-masing examine the scene ataupun examine the evidence. Betul tak? Itu adalah nilai porcelain 3. So, you tengok apa nilai porcelain tu kata. You kena tengok ke evidence secara keseluruhan. You kena tengoklah apa-apa semua. So, you tengok nilai 3 porcelain 3. Right, lagi kes Dr. Shan.
Mugam.
Shan Mugam.
Mugam.
At the end of the day, court kena consider. Court has to consider. Betul tak? Court mesti tengok. Dan court ultimately decide. Court decide. Court kena tengok opinion, bandingkan opinion dan decide. Okay, then you buat application. Okay, on the facts, right, in assessing based on nilai porcelain 3 and the case of Shan Muganathan, the court must look at both reasons given by those experts, Dugan and Dr. Ray. The court must evaluate all the experts' opinion before coming to conclusion as to which opinion court will follow. And the ultimate decision maker will be for the judge to decide. Now on the facts, what do you see on the facts? Apa yang you nampak dekat soalan? Come on.
Sorry doktor, apa tadi?
Apa yang kau nampak dekat soalan? Apa kau nampak pula? Apa yang you all nampak dekat soalan? Tadi kita ada cakap principle of law dia kan? Kalau you ada two conflicting expert opinion, court kena consider kedua-dua opinion.
Yep.
Court kena analyse kedua-dua opinion walaupun at the end of the day court yang penentu kepada opinion mana yang dia pakai. Okay? Itu principle of law dia.
Okay.
Now apa yang you jumpa dekat fakta?
Dekat fakta, court terima Dugan dan tolak Dr. Ray.
Okay. Adakah court tolak tu, court tengok tak opinion of Dr. Ray?
Dia tengok tak? Rasanya tengok.
Tak tahu? You decide. You nak macam mana? Adakah dia tengok ke dia buat tak tahu je? Ignore tu maksudnya apa? Adakah ignore tu maksudnya dia dah consider dan dia tolak? Ataupun dia tengok Dugan je dah dia tolak kawan tu? Okay?
Dia tengok kot.
Okay, you tengok. Now, kalau you come to conclusion yang dia tengok dua-dua tapi dia tolak, okay, maknanya kalau you punya argument ada macam ini, the learned trial judge in this question, in this case, actually consider the opinion of Dugan and he also consider the opinion of Ronald, which at the end of the day, he ignored the opinion of Ronald. Did the judge make an error of law?
Tidak.
He will not make an error of law. Kalau itu jawapan you. Maknanya, argument you ialah, you tengok dua-dua. Tapi dia come to conclusion untuk pilih Donald. Donald pula dah. Apa? Good. Tapi kalau you punya argument ialah, sebab dia tak cakap macam mana. Ignore tu subject to you punya interpretation. Kalau you argue yang, yes, both Dr. Ray and Dugan come to their opinion, they have given their opinion. However, on the facts here, the judge has considered the opinion of Dugan, totally ignored the opinion of Dr. Ray, eventually rejected the opinion of Dr. Ray. Will that be an error of law?
Yes.
Jadi pilih satu. Based on your interpretation as to what does it mean by ignored. Okay? Faham? Purely based on your interpretation. Now, you hanya ada satu saja pilihan. Satu saja jawapan you. Sama ada dia dah consider dua-dua tapi dia ignore ataupun dia ignore terus. Satu saja. Jangan kalaulah I buat macam gini puan, macam gini jawapan dia. Kalaulah I buat macam gini, macam ni. Jangan. I nak satu je.
Oh, tak ada pilihan doktor.
Tak boleh pilih. Choose which one you are comfortable with. Batuk tak dah. Ya, maknanya you tengok soalan tu, apakah yang you faham dengan how do you interpret kat sini? Right? If you interpret this one to have dah tengok dan ignore, conclusion dia akan berbeza. Sebab judge perlu tengok dua-dua je. Tapi ultimate decision maker adalah judge. Maknanya kalau judge tengok Dugan saja, totally ignore, tak peduli pun, tak tengok pun Dr. Ray, that is going to be a ground of appeal. Ya, yeah, there could be an error of law. So bergantung kepada how do you analyze this part. You get the picture? Faham ya? So tak ada salah tu. There's no problem as to how you approach it. You nak yang macam mana. So you punya conclusion. Can you now answer the big conclusion? Kat sini?
Boleh.
Boleh ya? Depending on how you argue, The learned trial judge make an error of law or the learned trial judge did not make an error of law. Get that? Boleh?
Okay.
Alright. Faham tak? Faham tak cara nak jawab soalan-soalan berkenaan dengan opinion evidence? I bagi kat you tadi 2 soalan. Satu soalan yang mana satu adalah evidence of fact. Lepas tu opinion. Soalan yang kedua tadi adalah yang ada dua-dua opinion. Ni opinion plus non-expert opinion. Yang ni adalah opinion plus both opinion. So you ada conflicting expert opinion. So macam gitu cara nak approach dia. Jawapannya mesti ada ikut formula IFLA-C. Issue, fact, law, application, conclusion. Tak nak muntahkan law sampai setengah page, 3 line, application. Dia tak jadi gitu, okay? So maknanya law application. Cantik dia macam tu. Do you get the picture? Bergantung kepada isu yang you letak. Okay, ada soalan ke tak? Tak sempat kita nak discuss yang John yang kedua tu ya. So minggu depan cuti election. Korang hutang saya 2 hari. Tak tahu bila nak ganti. Okay.
Minggu depan pula kata minggu depan.
Minggu depan election saya balik kampung. You jangan ya.
Maksud saya weekdays malam.
Weekdays hari apa nanti confirm. Nanti kan sendu-sendu nanti kat jawab dekat dalam grup tu. Saya pun tak tahu korang nak buat kelas ke tak. Confirm kan? Okay, sebab saya okay, 17 tu saya dah tak ada dah. 16 saya dah kalut. Ada 2 hari je, Isnin atau Selasa. Rabu tu mungkin boleh lagi lah kot kalau Rabu. Confirm kalau betul korang nak hari tu, confirm tu betul. Saya rasa kita discuss soalan lagi. Boleh?
Boleh doktor.
Kalau soalan tu hidup sikit kot. Kalau kelas nak tahu. Ya,
Puan dicadangkan yang apa tu? Kelas ganti tu after PRU lah kot, kesian kawan-kawan polis. Dia orang sibuk ni. Sampai habis PRU baru habis busy dia orang.
Okay. Saya tak kisah. So kita ganti lepas-lepas tu.
Okay.
No problem. So kita tenang dulu mengundi yang tenang. Okay, mengundi tenang dulu.
Tak fikir lagi lah doktor nak undi siapa.
Saya pun.
Tak decide lagi.
Semua masing-masing mempunyai reputation and disposition yang tak diperkenan di hati, betul tak?
Susah nak pertimbangkan, tak tahu nak buat apa, nak apa.
Doktor bagi hint, doktor pangkas apa? Warna, ikut warna je. Bagi warna je.
Tak tahulah sama ada kepentingan saya dijaga ke tak kalau saya memangkah tu.
Biru tudung puan ke?
Tak tahulah. Okay. Alright, okay, sekejap saya download you all punya attendance. Okay, sekejap. Alright. I download you all punya attendance. I rasa you all record kan yang ni, lecture ni?